I'm read Dania, now what Dania will be.
Sure.
Times have changed. Times have changed from 1992. I started Saudi away. And personalities. I just have in front of me the recent Afrobarometer report released by CDD.
Video be say call Galamsey site.
Yes. Wonderful.
Right.
Until we Afrobarometer report by CDD. October 25th, 2024 year he released here. Now, among the key findings, and they said, what will influence voters' choice? The three things that top the list: the candidate's honesty, the candidate's character, campaign promises.
Character no stress
Attributes. Now the list, a religious faith.
I see.
Yeah. The second list, a candidate's ethnicity.
For 2024.
For 2024, it was just released on the 25th, 4 days ago. I see Ghana for Dudrono, Abano ye betono. Sebe, enye osum, anase bebia u free, kasa na okano. Ene yan Ghana for. Yesi GDA I want nipanimu. The odeba, the attributes of the individual. God being so good. Me see this particular 2024 elections, God has been so good in so many ways. And he said, after 32 years of the Fourth Republican dispensation, NDC MPP Chimupe 16. Oko parliament now 137. Was Chimupa my war. I'm telling you, what Chimupe now the two political parties, MPP and DC. Sorry, MPP and DC. What have they done? They both have notness as flag bearers.
Wow.
That's what God has done for the 2024 elections. After 32 years. And say NDC for and those days you see base be a base. Notness, Nizungos and Evers. Today the MPP has also taken a northern candidate. So the dynamics have changed. It will to mean Volta region and Kokaze. Oh, I am the northern candidate and this other political party. Omumpe notness. Enti Volta for Mamunkai and Ribi Chemu.
Kokumitio yana so yankopo diaba a level playground.
Level. And I keep saying, say, so after 32 years, the next level and I'm not surprised that a CDD Afrobarometer report is saying this. It's not about even NDC, MPP any longer. You see, the candidate, the honesty, the character, any promises. No. Now, what are the people bringing to the table? Suddenly, baby, Dr. Bawumia Bekobia. Say ya himfo, say ya imamfo, say ya asofo, say ya opinion leaders. All you keep hearing is that Mr. Vice President, 8 years here, obedi abadiche, yente corruption sembia. We admire your humility. Okasa, eyehwam, abadaye kasa, ahombrasiye kasa. Unim kasa Ubra using Mahama school anthem from Gambaga to Accra, from Uyosu to Kita, just say all over Ghana, you are hearing the same message coming from church leaders, religious leaders, what do you call it? Chiefs,
imams.
And are they being paid across the nation to say the same thing? No. It is the attributes, the personal attributes. Volta sema yeke. Nanu ye hunyanyese bakufu konchona ena ubi next year. President Mahama called the same Volta region. After he left Volta region, ehun sem neti sen. Ahimfu ebufuyi. Ye tetin sema omo kanye. So omo budwa omo twa no, otwifa omo so. Say on no call the background, for no pay the background. And for the first time since 1992, Ahimfo openly expressed their anger. Said nobody should take them for granted. That people shouldn't take them for granted. People shouldn't take their loyalty for granted. Ebani saying. That is it. So when you are doing that, and maybe in the past, they say, oh, Rollins, no pay, notness, Muslim for today, God has given another candidate from that part of the region. And the chiefs and the opinion leaders are seeing the difference. Unyakuma e obai, onu de oyeni time so. Oba okotoyen. Oba sebe, also da fem obeda fem. Me paucho ewomu. So if people are warming up to him at 9:30, 10:30 in the night, because no matter how late it is, he will come. That is the integrity they're talking about. And this is the CDD report saying that the candidates' attributes, the character, are critical. Then the campaign promises, the consistency. Send me say, sir, digitalization, me the transformational and transgenerational agenda be back. Say baby, I away after 32 years. As for hospital, there, you be CB, akwan you be school down you be fine. But there for front here, move the whole national agenda to a different level. And he said, me say, and we are see away. Abefu efidia de jumano. I am creating a certain system. Why? There's poverty in the US. There's poverty everywhere. There's unemployment. There's housing problems. There are Trumps. Shadow na Trump, they send him. But Trump. We know the Trumps. Omoda train station, the bus station. Omo Can you please pay a penny? Can you please pay a penny? Yes, you call him a movie. So it is everywhere. But what makes those societies click and say there are fundamental systems in place? Even about Bawumia or Deba, credit rating, scoring, I'm for this, but that's what people live on abroad. Or on Namnokita credit card bears a 5. Or do I know we use cashless system? But because you are credit worthy, you can even eat into your future earnings.
Yeah.
They say enjoy your credit worthiness while you are alive. Electronic buses, no more cash system. This time now osafono kita bag. Obeji sikana tum osifri bus no the open on this sikana here no. You say after you must get a card to say abroad. If it's a weekly bus pass, a monthly bus pass, you buy it. If you enter and you don't have the bus pass, you use Mumu. The conductor will move or no the Mumu Ejisika. All those systems are being created for effective revenue mobilization. So, and there's a generation coming, Gen Z for no. We can't take them out. It is a maybe a Voltaire and see Papa be wife and Rollins on Inti. There's a generation, 2-3 generations that don't know Rollins. Rollins left in 2000, yes sir. So 24 years ago, Rollins was not president. So there are 2 generations that don't identify with Rollins. And quite a number of the first-time voters in these elections, especially in a certain age category, don't know Rollins. They've only heard the name.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
It is almost a Volta region. And I see Rollins free Volta region, no problem. But before God and man, what the eye is seeing, what the ear is hearing, is what they are associating with. So we are associating with new technology. Say obidi way back, making life easy for everybody. So for them, that's what they are looking at. It is a mujina fakum. Namusio traditionally, even in the US, go and look. So-called in certain states where it is supposed to be for Democrats, Republicans are taking it, and vice versa. So there's nothing. Society is not static. It's yet the Volta region here. And what a lot of the young people are saying, and no crane yo mohino. Sakasa ne say in a certain way, no. There's a young generation. In fact, way back 2016, the revolution started when I was deputy general secretary. So that was 2016. Naana do Dubai.
Yes.
Look, the revolution in the Volta region started way back in 2016. Yes. A group of youth who just decided that no, they are not going to follow the status quo. And the numbers have grown. Apart from that, the NPP has learned from the NDC. Oh, in so many ways.
Okay.
Look, and can it now NPP for your crockesia politics? Edi ye dede. And now you tisi ekowurenum.
Yeah.
Until we ye crockesia. Go, we know where we get our votes from. The NPP has sat down and said that there be Emre Dania Dani Hubi. So yes, they have now entered the hinterlands. So the drip machines that are going to every district, the Agenda 111, the free education, the schools going to the hinterlands. And now you people have decided that you know how to do local politics because you have learned from us. Now IPAC, now 12 political parties. The NDC, the remaining 10. Everybody seemed to be towing a particular line, which was not in the interest of the NDC. In the past, such small parties, no, na yena ekuraumo, aden, because maybe a tremu, you say, NDC, I call IPAC, I call all those political parties, omuya, yen chomudin free akratani, yen chomudin ti ebuefu say, I boycott IPAC. Now you yen call back. So when you go back, you think that they are going to warm up to you. But in the past, Kita Butchers Association, Hairdressers Association, Organizers Association, 111 Association. We created all those small groups. I say NDC, friend is Buka Party, and I said we don't have intellectuals.
Now after Professor Mills, nobody doom so be goose. Are you money now?
Doom so. After Professor Mills, well, whoever took over did that. Under Professor Mills, there was no doom so.
No.
Exactly. But the point I'm making is that the dynamics have changed, the times have changed, and people are rethinking associations and building new alliances. It is a woeful region, and John Mahama said something in the Volta region. And and now people are doing the analysis or can say, or say Volta for a car, the volume of votes and Kamunya World Bank.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
He said it.
Muya World Bank because compared to the other regions, no. Muna ye ba NDC ni MPP margins, no. Mude mu be gap no.
Yeah.
But it's not the volume of votes.
Yeah. He said it.
And that is a big slap in the face.
I tell you, he said it.
That is a big slap in the face. Because if you're talking about Voltarian votes, even up to the north, Voltarians are there. Go to the central region, Voltarians are there. Go to eastern region, Voltarians are there. Go to Bonahafo, the cocoa farms, everywhere you find water bodies. Go and check the number of Voltarians who are around the
so who extended on not just a region,
no.
But the entire
so country. If you go to the Volta region and after all these years in politics, you are looking at only the geographical space called Volta. Now, who do you try and pour? So, volume of votes and Kamu Nibi. It's just the margin. Amudi BT MPP or region you're from a World Bank. In that same conversation, you are admitting, say, MPP has grown its percentage in the Volta region from single digit now to almost 15%. Good. It is because of some of these utterances. Masa until when we now wako na MPP for bowrem no more loopholes no bundi nemu edinemu na say Bawumia ba. That's the kind of reception you get in Keta, in Angolo, in Ho, everywhere from Hokwe or strategically Hokwe. Why not? Strategically, that's the only city they have in the region.
Yes.
So a bird in hand Bobo, and one answer. Answer what he is seeing. So you can see that the MPP is doing some very serious scientific engagement. So they started from Hawaii just to honor Amewu and to honor their voting base in Hawaii and send almost 30 Esani Ebafem. That's how you play the politics. It's just about massaging egos. Massaging egos. That's all Rawlings used to do. Rawlings, Ekon 1990, Nima got them. It was just to associate. Yeah. Ashama. Just to associate. It's about association. Oh. But if you think that you not associate because you were born to rule at all cost, and I heard a very disturbing advert today talking about this same, that today NDC can run an ad and go after Fulanis.
Yes, they are doing it.
That today NDC, Jerry Rawlings NDC, Fulani for Kaya, Obia Kaya,
won't attack you. Almost say, dear Fulani, any first lady.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And it's John Mahama saying that as the leader of the party, he's condoning all these messages. Because I've been director of communications before for a campaign. And the adverts that we used to run, I used to vet every advert. I'm telling you. And the flag bearer, as much as possible, they are made to me man and son akono, me the man. When I tell people that myself, I even went into the studio. The main theme song,
yes,
I use you sometime Lenya Padi.
Yeah.
All other gods. It was a hit song. So I spoke to Lenya Padi. I said, look, I want to use your theme song, but I'll put my own words in it. Words, no.
Yeah. So song.
And I went into a studio. Odoko Junction. Jonathan Mills, he's a man of peace, he's the obvious choice, there is none like him. Atta Mills, he's the best choice. Atta Mills, Oman Penny Fofro. Atta Mills, I did that myself as the head of communications. That's how involved I was in to the base. Today, look at what is happening. They are running all kinds of ads, and today we, NDC, will be insulting Fulani people that they are strangers.
Yes.
I mean, what is happening to the NDC?
Sad.
Honestly, this is Joy Rawlings' NDC. Say let everybody come under the umbrella. And listen now, John Mahama maybe a trade to me Jinawa. I swear, say MPP will never make a Northern flag bearer.
Yeah.
You were so sure. So that space was your space. You have occupied that space till eternity. Who did northern flag no? And the MPP said, oh, we'll prove you wrong. So now the MPP has brought a northerner. So that space is not for you alone, John Mahama. And he said, oh, Hamo is you, because you don't occupy that space. It's not for you alone. A younger brother has entered. So now the competition, the thing is open. It is open now. And I keep saying at the last count, with the three northern regions, no boom at the last count, northeast, 6 seats, northern proper, 18 seats, any savannah, 7 seats, Ningina 31 seats. The MPP currently in the current parliament, back in parliament now, or say any day no. MPP has 16 seats. And NDC we have 15 seats. Well, that one, yes. So that is what it looks like when Bawumia was only running mate.
And now he's the flag bearer.
Now he's the flag bearer. Ufri hokoye, wamane yere akwasheho, obose mita. So the kind of campaign the MPP is doing is what we did in 2008. A 4-pronged approach. Atamos Nama. Rawlings Nama,
yeah.
Mahama also Hanum baby, not party headquarters for so nam baby. The MPP has moved it notches higher. And when I, as a political analyst, I sit and I do my analysis and I comment like this, you say Nemema Dani MPP. Master, I am only respecting the fact that something that we used to do before, another party has taken it and moved it notches higher. Best practices. 2208 near door to door, house to house, MPP force. By 2016, Akufo-Addo no namfem edum kalipo.
Yes.
Bospa etodami.
Door to door.
That time na Mahama kofa celebrities. Celebrities na Akufo-Addo Oluzu 08 no. And Mahama kofa here. And or the campaign. Oluzu poto.
Na so koku ya da no wanka.
Master who can I was deputy general secretary. Man dey no can say president no the open oye. And no na oda hu here up to now the open oye. Yen tu no fo onfa. So everybody around him is worshiping the king. At least I keep saying that President Mills called me to serve. My association with NDC there, my is from my growing up in Bema Camp, Rawlings.
Yes.
But talking about subsequently, President Mills called me to serve. I had no option to serve, but to serve. Owieye and Mahama didn't want me in executive. I went to the party headquarters. The party gave me a mandate, so I had no option but to serve the party. Today, they say Mahama stood at trade fair and made sure that I will not become general secretary. No problem. We've moved on in life. So I'm no longer a party executive. So let the party executives do what some of us used to do in the past. Now some of us are free atoms. And we can do broader analysis. Institute and propaganda in Mahama. He didn't set up the institute for me. I set up the institute myself. So over what happened in the Volta region, or they call OT. OT they crash in Volta there no. Said ne OT ahimfo.
Kokoma we so asem say nka wo the Atamels Institute propaganda. How will you feel?
I don't think that President Mills would have been his spirit or his soul would have been happy with me. No, because this whole institute foundation thing, it was something that he and I were discussing. After 8 years, naming Sobenya 8 years. After 8 years, let's do something that will be above party politics and change the narrative. Ebini say medical nante takwa.
Yababa sa asem so. But we aso enche kwa ansa de yasamba oti said ye esi no. Me hu video bi na wa bonten na wo takwa ne ade. Ade na inform ade na de ko.
Amofa sa galamse nkomo yae. Onze ajo completely.
Ajo.
But time na ehuru oja no so no. And they say yes, organized labor say omo be cause strike indefinite. Nyankopon adum on the eve omo so munkobium. And you tag for the some rebels omo de ombeko. And he said ne omo so mejai. Ayi sorry phobi see omo ko prayer work because Galamsey became the river bodies became an issue and we agree. But etitri no you tag force strike na omo ko omo say abai NG all mining licenses, all small scale mining licenses must be revoked without question. And they say me can say if you be a mensa wom na no ye ha and na you tag for na kasa lecture baku for me no for bi omo ho ba asem. I heard the stories on BBC and Al Jazeera and then did that take the license from all university teachers?
Dabi.
In fact, the teachers involved, young and Jamu Mamun said almost such a idea. Abako and on the UTAC president, University of Ghana. If you be a mensa womb, but does that bring the roof down? So how can we sit for university teachers to just say and block all small scale mining licenses? And this time they call Takwa.
Oh, sex for grace in one semi.
Well, of course, that's aside for the man. Yes. Because if you we have quack doctors, proper doctors, quack lawyers, proper lawyers, even the media, quack media personnel, proper ones. Even the angels, we have fake quack angels. And so, what is this business that because some people are the people who are disturbing the water bodies, let's look for them and punish them. But that doesn't mean that those who are doing responsible mining, we should just take their licenses away because of politics. In fact, I've even heard that some 3 MDC legislators say that they are going to, they are working on a private members bill to ban all mining in forest reserves. And I've been laughing because they passed the laws in Parliament, and I'm just holding in my hands. Republic of Ghana Act 703 of the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, entitled the Minerals and Mining Act 2006, an act to revise and consolidate the law relating to minerals and mining and to provide for connected purposes. Date of assent 22nd March 2006, enacted by the President and Parliament. Amufa
Council.
Section 17 of this act, water right, or say subject to obtaining the requisite approvals or licenses under the Water Resources Commission Act 1996, Act 522, till a holder of a mineral right may, for the purposes of or ancillary to the mineral operations, obtain, divert, impound, convey, and use water from a river, stream, underground reservoir, or water course within the land, the subject of the within the land, the subject of the mineral right. All this is saying is that apparently the people touching our water bodies are operating under our own constitution, because the constitution says, Act 703 of 2006, water right, section 17, that subject to the obtaining the requisite approvals or licenses under the Water Resources Commission Act 1996, Act 522, a holder of a mineral right may, for purposes of or ancillary to the mineral operations, obtain, divert, impound, convey, and use water from a river, stream, underground reservoir, or water course within the land, the subject of the mineral right. So if we sat in Parliament in 2006,
act, yeah,
and we made this act, so what are they doing in Parliament? Making noise. So the whole Parliament, he was minority leader at the time this act was approved, and also our Parliament. So CSOs, this is what we should be doing. University lecturers, UTAG, this is what you should be looking at, not join the frenzy and the political noise. Give us proper discourse, then we open up the debate. So some of us I went all the way even to UMAT, University of Mines and Technology in Takwa, only to discover that is the only mining university in the whole of West Africa. I never knew. So Ghana, our UMAT is the only mining university
in West Africa,
the whole of West Africa.
Yeah.
This is the kind of resource that we have as a nation. Into UTAC for no more strike, no. Why didn't you contact your colleagues at UMAT? But the point is that's why I went. And glory be to God, as we have opened up the discourse now, UTAC has rescinded this decision, and that they are going back to the classroom to teach our children. Wonderful. Amofa, Atamus Institute, if we have been able to push the discourse, that at least now we've calmed the tempest. Those 3 MPs who say that they are going to move a private member's bill for us to ban mining in all the forest reserves, do they know that is where all the gold is in Ghana? That way back to the colonial era, the white man and the slavery mentality, they demarcated those forest reserves, knowing that is where the bulk of the gold is. That even after colonialism, that they knew that they will go and come back with what Kwame Nkrumah called neo-colonialism, and they will come back to the forest reserves, and that's what we are seeing. So the Anglo gold, they are in our forest reserves. So if you go and pass, populist politics, go and pass the private members bill, then we stop all mining in Ghana. So we are just in a hurry to score cheap political points. In Tidebia, we are not getting to the core of the matter. So if we want to get to the core of the matter, we must demonstrate, we citizens must now demonstrate to Parliament and go and get Bagbin and his parliamentarians to look at Act 703 and tell us that why the parliament passed this act that people can touch our waterways in the course of their mining. It is so if the big mining concessions can touch the water bodies. Now small boys so pedriani di nom so touch water bodies in the omo de sebe koto de nebodwe. So wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong. And right is right is right is right. But let's open up the debate and the discourse. It will be Samia.
Oko down, echo baby adwumadi no.
Oh yes.
Nya wodi wani hunu ye no.
I'm telling you.
Na de na eso ani.
Look. There was a community mining scheme in Takwa proper. Then there was Johnson mining, Mohammed Brothers mining concession, and Dakete mining concession, all in Takwa. They are all doing underground mining. They are not doing surface mining. Responsible mining. So you find the shafts going underground, bringing the ore out. You see the crushes. They are crushing, going through all the processes and the safety standards. Now, in all these concessions, there's no river body.
I see.
So they're not touching any water body. They are getting water from underground.
They have their own wells.
They have exactly. Pumping Shonoba.
And they recycle.
They recycle, tell you. They pump it back into what they call, the technical term is the tailings. Yeah. They send the water back into the tailings, recycle, and bring back. They're not touching anybody's water body. So how do Jampo and his group sit in Accra and say those people also they should take their license? And one concession alone was employing on at the surface of it 4,000 workers. Do the mathematical extrapolation. 4,000 plus the. And the beautiful thing is that because these people are doing responsible mining, they are now in touch with UMAT. At one particular concession, I think Johnson, 30 UMAT students are on internship.
I see.
You mean 30 UMAT students are on internship because the big concessionaires will not take the people for internship. So it's this small scale mining companies that are taking our boys.
From your understanding of mining,
look, South politics now big city politics. Say kasa ubiate. Into young and compare the real. Talk to the real what do you call it? Stakeholders in the matter. But we take decisions in Accra. That is what is worrying us. So I went and I met the stakeholders. We had discussions. Oh yeah, we went. Okay.
Okay.
Luckily, we went at a time that UMAT also had invited CSOs for their 12th anniversary alumni lecture.
Okay.
Apart from Atamus Institute and another CSO, all the other they didn't know we were in Kraonia. They were not there. Omanko, and a lot of these CSOs are fronting for foreign interests. They are fronting for foreign interests. In fact, what we picked up on the ground is that some of the big concessionaires are the ones who are clamoring.
Okay, so I'm fronting for foreign interests.
Oh,
okay.
Some mining, small scale mining.
Okay.
Na ye akesifuno aye ye yama ne fo adwuma no ye nkwa ne ye betu agudie no na Ghana fo free sa industry no. So people are in Accra and they are singing to certain tunes. We are a local based a CSO, and we say we talk for Ghanaians. President Mills was a Ghanaian, a former president. We say we want to be part of this system. Better Ghana now start here no oko ba ye binum yang koye. So that's what we are doing.
Back to voter region and OT. OT voter region.
And let me just use this opportunity. I went on my own volition, but in the process, God being so good, the MP for Takwa, Honorable Mrekuduka, happened to be around. And when he heard that I was around, then he happens to be a deputy minister also in charge of mines. God being so good. So he was wearing a double cap as the representative of the people and also a deputy minister in the mining sector. It just made my work much more easy. That look, I'm here in your this too. Okay, if this is why you are here, why? Let's go together so you can go and see. And apparently one of the concessions that we went to, that was the first time he too was going to that concession.
Okay.
You understand? So it was a learning tour for all of us. It opened our eyes to so many things, and the people kept thanking us. And so when you sit in Accra and for political expediency, as a mining, and the people who are doing the responsible mining are saying that we are prepared to help fight the ones who are doing the illegal one. Because you see, lecture back, what could the Bonu or Legon? You should close down Legon. I mean, what kind of logic is that? It doesn't work that way.
107.1 the boiling point. So any na memo rako kwa nyido honyina home kakra na Central Region communication director or Central Region memo akwaba ora Isaac Mensa akwaba
yeja oniamufa
boko de
yankopon na dom na mompa boko.
Okay, that's say wa dwane enche mesa akọ voter region or rako kwa nyido na Central Region what to say
yankopon na dom amufa nyamal godo kwam.
Okay,
bibiara yari biara no yeye towards December 7th. Mumunida auto day son ye juma de yedin kwim di papa yedi bebre or ye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ni MPP who fin man too. Osani ye share aba ye 2 or ye 2020 na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency omnya 19 constituencies omwini. But
seat no
saying mama we lost our 9 of our 19 seats to the NDC. And no na yeguda yeri ehwedwuma there oye yankopon ya adoma mumuneda autodation which 7 December no we'll go back for our seat na ye dey kan Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia the victory no so that we can have simple majority in parliament and all kodi wo hoize uramufa on saying you on your
mo hwa ni musa seats dodo sen na mo je
I'm a father amazing kanu we had 19 seats in losing 9. And we are going back for the 9 seats.
Okay.
Yeah. Only the Yaya Krado. Yari Yahweh Juma Zen 9 now free and Sano Yabasania cut fire 9. They cut 10 more 9.
Now region mujo dear.
Oh, I'm of a baby Yerkubiano campaign or Rukoye Papa.
Okay.
Just that it's independent in Sembina day, but on Moyen. Osande ejuma yeri biara no ya focus the yeri ejuma no na yedama Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia yes independent candidate wo ho ebia na che marginal yerhwehwe wo oya abatu no mu na ebia yeri nya but I can assure you baby a independent candidate we are winning that constituency.
I see.
Yeah.
And money abrepa.
Oh yeah, I'm fire menzago. Osande say you fail this election Ghana for fan chain. Ghana for fan chain. There yaba mama NDC. Ura John Dramani Mahama NDC Asanaba. What are they coming to do? Ura John Dramani Mahama. Aba the pa anasisi campaign for me who sorry you bill sorry I don't know. When you pay 1 minute and no cash them by 24 hours. Na or the adjunct.
But Mama Sako, Kogu nipa be break cancer NDC the candidate for buyer. Eba understand one for candidate for Rama.
Well, I personally supported Dr. Dufo.
Okay.
In our primaries is it's open knowledge. For the same reason, if you all the analysis that we did in terms of numbers from 2012, our President Mills Baby, John Mahama taking over 2012 to 16 to 20. Every region, the numbers are going down. In Tanyami, one was on Volta region. Figures now, I can say the MPP has now grown from single digits to about 14-15% in the Volta region. Under who? Under him. Not under Mills, not under Jerry Rawlings.
Yes.
It is him.
Yes.
So there's an issue. And I've just told you in the beginning that the CDD Afrobarometer report is saying, said the character traits, the attributes, the message of the candidate is what is going to be of utmost importance on 7th December. Not ethnicity, not religion. And I've always known that, especially when the two parties now have presented us with two people from the same geographical area of the country. You can't play ethnicity. And Ghana is a secular state. Muslims, Christians were in the same boarding house. Nobody's antagonizing anybody. We play football together. We are in the same places. So religion is really not an issue. Muslims go to mosques. Christians go to Muslims go to churches. Christians go to mosques. There is no issue. Some time ago, Obi Koka said Dr. Bawumia a religious prostitute only because he was seen in churches and mosques at the same time. Like, come on, how do you say that? But that's the kind of politics that we are playing now within my own system, my own ecosystem. There's no deep thinking going on any longer. It's all about propaganda. And he said, this same EC, this the low public confidence in the EC at a particular point in time is because the NDC has been bastardizing the EC from 2020 non-stop and with increasing intensity. The trust level is falling because the NDC is consistently creating the impression that the EC wants to rig the elections for the MPP. And it's 1st October, IPAC, Dr. Mani Bawumia came and failed that IPAC forensic audit test. Yeah, Muna Musi forensic audit, forensic audit of the voters register. But Mupa IPAC forensic audit, no, mu failure because you couldn't provide any evidence. 2 weeks down the line, 15th, Amufa, I was there again. Of course, I know the Omani Amba, Ojamani deputy, from frying pan to fire. Can you believe that one of the issues that my people have been making noise about, they say, see, Isi Ashada Nodi, Memedi, Emma, Omufa evidence, Nibran Omodi, Edimbi Baye say, Ima, Abigail, Techi, Omubodi, them Honina, Ima, 3 times, and I easy for this. Can you please give us the ID card number? The ID card, to all of us are hearing. Omuboku go system no mu, a project, you know. Say Emma, Abigail, and I'm in Crawford. Say Ima. We are in secondary school, and when you guy name no. Sa guy name, a better entry hot da. I can tell you, Ima Abigail, and one of the friends out baby school. But I sat with foreign observers. And the comments that they passed. Said last week, John Mahama was summoned to the United States. People don't know well, some of us know. Yeah, he was sent, he was invited to the United States. Long and short, the follow-up from that visit to the United States, and then the American ambassador of Ghana, that the United States has issued a statement that that is the story. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
That is it. He was summoned to the United States. The follow-up of it is this statement from the American embassy here in Ghana that people who want to disturb
so
Ghana.
Afrobarometer reports no about bonten no confirm the NT.
But if they themselves were at the IPAC meeting and they noticed that all the noise you have been making, Ghana Beshi, Ghana will burn, we will kill, we will destroy, we will do this.
Mobile so many evidence, and they were there.
You couldn't. So what you were telling them, in the open, you couldn't prove it. Same one settlement some questions, and I'm more answer.
It was so embarrassing.
And I'm deviating, but I'm white exam room there. Now you couldn't use your own questions to pass White's questions. I mean your own answers to pass White's questions, and you failed the exams. So that is why the American will now issue this statement and now big brother friend. Say Master, a lot of the things that you have been saying, now we are convinced. Say now can in the Master and yes sir, you and some of your people, we will revoke your visas. You and your family people, you won't get visas. Those of you who have already, we will revoke them. And to make it even more poignant, go and sign the peace pact with the peace council and commit yourselves to peace.
So almost one sign.
Just yesterday, haven't you heard that just yesterday, former President Mahama, Nekasa,
yeah.
Because he baby biswa channel. He bet you bibi kakra.
But flag bearer and penny for what party anymore? Was sent or Mudina chief for campaign here. One way.
I don't. That one. This will be something for Nangaza. I don't know where they are. And connectivity. President Mills, Rawlings, if they move, who say yes in penny for?
Yeah, Betty Mold, no money, ahoy, money, the penny for.
But President Mills even had a strategy to the extent that depending on the region, on that hotel, diao, or better party chairman fee. So in Ashanti region, for example, or in a Jekum fee, no better to make himself accessible to the party. Eastern region, or Hinikan fee. Upper East. Donald Adabre or Onifie. I mean, this man occur as in areas or Percival Crunchy, ADB, Onifie, Cape Coast, or Wachanu Baby, and this is the fear war in Kamfwa. This is how the man created the. Today, the campaign office itself is in cantonments. How many people have access to cantonments?
So that idea na no the nam no why na the man no
why
Professor Mills,
of course, yeah, and he himself understood that this is how it ought to be. And these American people calling the funded by Panisa last year NDC Mebnubi Kogu John Mahama office war cantonment, show me your weapon.
Yeah. I'm going to your weapon here.
So the invitation and the foreign bankers say show me your weapon. Nyama mkoya on the office. So because cantonment is a prime area.
Yeah.
American embassy, yeah. Israel, they are all there. Yeah. It is okay. Weapon or man. They've already blacklisted you, but they were believing up to a point. Say you had a case, and that the easy and easy person will be. After yes, I did we are. They will say easy, and therefore, the last sentence said you can't build trust in state institution when a major political party has an agenda against the institution and uses its might and numbers to denigrate the institution. So that is what is happening.
Serious.
This is the Afrobarometer
report. Yeah,
this is it.
Yeah.
I'm not reading any strange document.
Yeah.
So if your people are watching on these are the documents we are reading. So this is where we are. So when and in this day of technology, this information
you can get it.
It moves like lightning.
Yeah, you can get it.
So everybody has done their report already and sized you up and said, "Massa, and now there you are. You are hamstrung. You are caught in there. So now go back on message. Go back and campaign. Go back on message. Go and convince people. If they will vote for you, they will vote for you. But stop the threats." And that's where we are, Mofa.
107.1 Suniha Omane for Koko and you do CEO Edemata Mills Institute and no Airborne Comono na Yanko Central Region Kakra Nafi Yanshe and Yamahodwa Ecoso Ewo Koko where the Enchama Kwanwa Soyako some 5 minutes to be Namima Kwama Soroko na Yakauti Asem and ya switch bar Galamsey for Ensensem na Otina ni Vota Ebom na make magic no for the DMPP. Is it one more any said
as for OT for a long time, I think even under President Mills, they started clamoring for region.
Yes.
So you will notice that President Mills appointed his first regional minister was Amenowode. Okay, so from the south or the middle belt. But after Amenowode, he appointed Ford Kamal. The late Ford Kamal became Volta regional minister under Atta Mills. Under John Mahama and Odema Helen in Tunsu. So even from Mills's time, we started understanding, say the OT people were beginning to agitate small. Say Adeno has remained down south and the middle belt for too long. But Omuninaka regional, so let's start giving them some space. So Ford Kamal came. Unfortunately, he passed. May his soul rest in peace. Then when John became president, he made Helen Tonsu a minister So we began to realize that OT, then started agitating for region. And it's an another region. And they have their regional status now. So, hey, and the kind of development that is taking place in terms of road infrastructure in that belt, because President Musa was going to do the Eastern Corridor Road right from Asikuma Junction through Yendi into Tamale. Only God knows why John Mahama, because there was a Chinese facility to that effect, and at John Mahama, the facility was truncated and the road was not done. And people know, the chiefs know that this is what was going to happen for them in our 1 year. And some government has come and done it. So for OTDA, and somebody was telling me this morning, I don't know how true it is. Say, yes, baby say Mahama Ba, he will bring OT and Volta back together again. I don't know how true it is. And so if it is true, and that's what the OT people have heard, and they are resisting and promising Dr. Bawumia what they are promising him, well, so politics is a propaganda woman. So being the kind of was in front now they are fra. It is obinuma fasa formula no nominam odwini namuti say wo se wo ba ubeyi regional status na free omo ho esa de omo beka volta ho a it's up to you to go and diffuse it. But obviously, and I make I say, even people like Domahini, haven't they changed it? Hasn't the narrative changed?
It changed.
So something is happening. Something is happening where, and what even the Domahini, what did he say? I'll say what Jitum say, he has been criticizing the MPP, but Nukurebi Wahwa on to me in France here. Dr. Bawumia, with humility.
He said it.
No kasa. And it mean to mean emphasis. So the man has some attributes, God given or acquired, that down one nobody can take away from him. And humility is key. Humility is key. Even the day he decided to get angry with his main opponent, John Mahama, Mahama said because he didn't attempt say Adena ye bompa man yeah. Sebe Okandia say even when Bawumia got angry, he was measured. And me, you see, I like that anger, because I remember President Musa getting angry at Harbor.
Yeah,
and he changed something. So we are creatures of emotion. So you don't say because I'm a leader I shouldn't get angry. No, as we get in, I shouldn't get angry. Even Christ himself got angry and shipped people out of the church. That this is a house of prayer. I will not allow people to turn it into a den of thieves. So we are creatures of emotion, and it's good that at every now and then we show that we are not statues. So he got angry, but he was measured. He was measured in speech. Wama ebufono amfana nanti baby ayen nanti, and that's the difference. That's what people are analyzing. The bako di eni bufua obiena noa obedidi obi atem obetuagum potogum hwegum bako so wo ho ani bufu kra ohwe so hwe fam ansa na makasa
kogo ansa na abako Secretary General of Commonwealth of Nations.
Well, that's a big one.
Yes,
I mean, GS elect of the Commonwealth heads of. I remember attending one or two of those meetings with President Mills, especially one in Trinidad and Tobago, where the late Queen herself was present. So it's a big thing. I don't think Ghana has gotten it before.
Yeah.
And I remember in my university days, the Commonwealth Secretary General at the time was Chief Emeka Anyauku, a Nigerian diplomat par excellence. I mean, very well spoken, well cultured. So she has done the nation brown. For the president himself to have left Ghana to go and support her to win, it flies high the flag of Ghana among the Committee of Nations. And she's been foreign minister for 8 years.
Yes,
I believe that she has climbed a lot of ropes, and now that she sits on top of the Commonwealth as its main scribe and chief executive, it can only bring honor and glory to the Republic of Ghana. And so we wish her well. That she's lucky, she has secured a job for the future.
Perhaps
na pension what will you say? Nana do pension, but I know they were secure future job. But
she's so lucky.
Oh, she's lucky. We wish her well. I mean,
no, can't say the campaign no Nana do the leading campaign no. President Kufuor was strong, sir.
Oh, Nana. Someone I'm to this guy.
Maybe I also a foreign minister at the Kufuor. The links is there. The link is there.
One of them did say I do show boy. Tijamo do Samoa hono. Okoye show kakra. No, but it's a plus for the Republic of Ghana. Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah started here. Yeah. Up to now we are doing it. That's why Ghana must not die. And that's why the international community also has a strong eye on Ghana. That no, our democracy cannot fail. Until Obi Opese will be say or minor because of Niaope. Debbie. Once they are very sure that you have no real reason to destroy the country, so you say you go and sign the peace pact. Let them sign the peace pact and let us have this election. End it. That's why Ghana must not die. And that's why the international community also has a strong eye on Ghana. That no, our democracy cannot fail. Until Obi Opese will be say or minor because of Niaope. Debbie. Once they are very sure that you have no real reason to destroy the country, so you say you go and sign the peace pact. Let them sign the peace pact and let us have this election. And at the end of the day, Nyankopon ebecheni to me. But like we are saying, Ghanaians know what they want: character, message, and the attributes of the person. And if somebody gives it to them, because what John Mahama is forgetting to accept is that, I mean, for example, debate here, we say unko. Then now no, you can we say Bawumia is not your level. Charlie, level, ben. The level was given to you by Ghanaians. That level you're talking about, presidency, it was given to you by Ghanaians. It was given to you by Ghanaians and by grace. By grace. So if you have gotten there, and the debate is not about Bawumia, the debate is about us Ghanaians. The people was our level, no. Na institution be say ye juma on behalf of South Ghana. And so debate been amoye. Yeah. Into Bawumia enya wo level again Ghana for now did attempt. Because that level we gave it to you. And on December 7th, Ghanaians will decide who they will give that level to.
I don't know, sir. US are saying now, say among Fantia, a lot of people are sending me messages say, still US statement. I mean, this is what you movie now.
No, the United States Embassy in Ghana issued a press release yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yes, the press release.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you, but you have it.
I have it.
Yeah. So you read it to them.
You see,
cautioning that anybody who wants to any group of people want to destabilize the democracy of Ghana,
including individuals.
Mainly individuals. Yeah. And that it's not got anything to do with the general public.
No.
But specific individuals.
Yes.
And those specific individuals are political actors, including former President Mahama.
Yes.
And I am saying he was in the US last week. He was invited for this same purpose. And it was after that this statement was issued by the US Embassy here in Ghana. And so nobody is going to allow Ghana to bend. No. Not for political expediency.
Yes.
You can go and do that. Douse yourself in some petrol and burn yourself. But as for Ghana, you will not be allowed to burn Ghana.
More.
That's why Ghana must not die. And that's why the international community also has a strong eye on Ghana. That no, our democracy cannot fail. Until Obi Opese will be say or minor because of Niaope. Debbie. Once they are very sure that you have no real reason to destroy the country. So they say she go and sign the peace pact. Let them sign the peace pact and let us have this election. And at the end of the day, Nakupon ebecheni to me. But like we are saying, Ghanaians know what they want: character, message, and the attributes of the person. And if somebody gives it to them, because what John Mahama is forgetting to accept is that, I mean, for example, debate here, say unko. Then now no, you can say, Bawumia is not your level. Charlie, level, baby. The level was given to you by Ghanaians. That level you're talking about, presidency, it was given to you by Ghanaians. It was given to you by Ghanaians and by grace. By grace. So if you have gotten there, and the debate is not about Bawumia, the debate is about us Ghanaians. The people, was our level, na institution be say, Yejuma on behalf of Ghana for. Say, come and speak to Ghanaians. What the will say only Bawumia enya debate in Amoye.
Yeah.
Into Bawumia enya will level. Again, Ghana for now did the attempt. Because that level we gave it to you. And on December 7th, Ghanaians will decide who they will give that level to.
I don't know, sir. US are seven now cano say among frontiers. A lot of people are sending me messages saying, "Say, US statement, US statement." I mean, this is what we are now.
No, the United States Embassy in Ghana issued a press release yesterday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm saying
yes, yeah. The press release.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have it.
I have it.
Yeah. So you read it to them.
You see,
cautioning that anybody who wants to any group of people want to destabilize the democracy of Ghana,
including individuals.
Mainly individuals.
Yeah.
And that it's not got anything to do with the general public.
No.
But specific individuals.
Yes.
And those specific individuals are political actors, including former President Mahama.
Yes.
And I am saying he was in the US last week. He was invited for this same purpose. And it was after that this statement was issued by the US Embassy here in Ghana. And so nobody is going to allow Ghana to bend. No. Not for political expediency.
Yes.
You can go and do that. Douse yourself in some petrol and burn yourself. But as for Ghana, you will not be allowed to burn Ghana.
Kogu,
yes,
thanks for coming.
Charlie, thanks for having me.
Okay, great.
Enjoy the rest of the
one day, Papa Kogu, and you do open your.
Abusian for Yamamunina Aquaba Sunko Ediba Ras Media GH on YouTube. Abusian, and then you didn't send Fufro and a Bremo. Ninani said, Kwaku and you do the former secretary of the NDC, Edin Sembi Abetua Bonten. Kwaku and you do more Sansuye, the CEO of Atamis Institution. Edin Sembi Nabegua Bontan. I will say, Menonina. Yenche na yenti. The omni say NDC campaign has been very violent since a long time. And for this matter, and for this reason, the international embassies, the American embassy, UK embassy, any other international embassies or more Ghana, as make a statement to be our more John Mahama to get away from any violence and any violence campaign comments. And I'm also according to Kwaku Anyido, America and Kasano. I invited John Mahama Manako America, Mama Command and warning say, Papa, won't to trust him now who didn't want my no yate. Enti ma warning pa. Say wouldn't mean na wanyai ensem na utigana manuma wudi ohona toto asem na yen America for you wi ase tumi nyina ye be sizi official ye be sizi o passport ye ma official emfiro manum koba bi awo ene obusuamfo nyina enti se wuni ma to America na sign ko wachi na ko sign the peace agreement with all the other political parties in the country mi wi ansam no mu doso na yenko Nyankonkotie and sama Kwaku Anyido ho e de eto abonten ewia ye bese aba kire wadwen e wo comment section box wo.
Sure. Said na be bisa.
Yes.
Dia na aba. Dia na asesa.
Amofa. I'm read Dania. Now what Dania will be.
Sure.
Times have changed. Times have changed from 1992. I started Saudi away. And personalities. I just have in front of me the recent Afrobarometer report released by CDD.
Kokuma menka we me ho video be say okọ Galamsey site.
Yes.
Ye be dis ankomo no.
Wonderful.
Right.
Until we Afrobarometer report by CDD. October 25th, 2024 year and he release here. Now, among the key findings, and they say, what will influence voters' choice? The three things that top the list: the candidate's honesty, the candidate's character, campaign promises.
Udu character no stress hopa
Attributes. Now, the list, a religious faith.
I see.
Yeah. The second list, a candidate's ethnicity.
For 2024.
For 2024. It was just released on the 25th, 4 days ago. I see Ghana for Dubono. Abano ye betono. Sebe, enye osum. Anase bebia u free. Kasa na okano. Ene yan Ghana for. Yesi GDA I want nipanimu. The odeba. The attributes of the individual. God being so good. Me see this particular 2024 elections, God has been so good in so many ways. And he said, after 32 years of the Fourth Republican dispensation, NDC MPP, Chimupe, 16. Oko Parliament now 137. Was Chimupe my walk? I'm telling you, what Chimupe we know now? The two political parties, MPP and DC. Sorry, MPP and DC. What have they done? They both have nothness as flag bearers.
Wow.
That's what God has done for the 2024 elections. After 32 years. And say yeah NDC for and those days you see base be a base. Nothness, Nizungos and Evers. Today the MPP has also taken a northern candidate. So the dynamics have changed. It will mean Volta region and Kokaze. Oh, I am the northern candidate and this other political party. Omumpe nothness. Enti Volta for Munkai Emribi Echemu.
Kokumitia yana so Nyankopon di aba a level playground.
Level. And I keep saying say so after 32 years the next level and I'm not surprised that a CDD Afrobarometer report is saying this. It's not about even NDC, MPP any longer. You see, the candidate, the honesty, the character, and the promises. No. Now, what are the people bringing to the table? Suddenly, baby, Dr. Bawumia Bekubia. Say ya himfo, say ya imamfo, say ya asofo, say your opinion leaders. All you keep hearing is that Mr. Vice President, 8 years here, obedi abadiche, yente corruption sembia. We admire your humility. Okasa, eyehwam, abadaye kasa, ahumbrasiye kasa.
Unim kasa
Ubre Wasi. Using Motor School anthem from Gambaga to Accra, from Uyosu to Kita, just say all over Ghana, you are hearing the same message coming from church leaders, religious leaders, what do you call it? Chiefs,
imams.
And are they being paid across the nation to say the same thing? No. It is the attributes, the personal attributes. Volta sema yeke. Nanu ye hunyanyese bakufo akonchona ena ubi next year. President Mahama called the same Volta region. After he left Volta region, and whom some net is saying, ahemfo ebufu yi ye tete nsɛm a ɔmo kan yɛ sɛ ɔmo abodwa ɔmo twɛn no otwi fa ɔmo so sɛ ɔno kɔ the background ahemfo no pa ɔmo mbra the background. And for the first time since 1992 ahemfo openly